In 2017, a game known as Fortnite took the world by storm, no pun intended. Fortnite was the talk of the town back then. You couldn't go to school without hearing it, or even the news without it being mentioned somewhere about being bad for kids.
And anyone else who's heard, I can't, I'm playing Fortnite.
I started playing around Season 7 because I never had a console or an iPad that could run Fortnite at the time. But once I did, I sat down and played the game non-stop. But I never played solos. In fact, most of my friends never played solos. We always used to play together, so it made sense. I mean, Fortnite was best with friends, it was a multiplayer experience. But it still begs the question, why didn't most people play Fortnite solos back then? In 2017, the amount of registered accounts was around 20 million or so at its peak, whereas today it's nearing 650 million. That is a 3,200% increase from 2017, which goes to show how much the game has grown. Fortnite when it first launched was very, very different today, and everyone knows that. Any fool would tell you that. The tragedy of Fortnite must be steadied. Of course, the game isn't dead. It's far from it, as I showed the stats for it. But most people don't play the game mainly for the game, but they play it for the cosmetics and whatever new collabs or whatever trends they put in the game now. And because of that, the game feels overwhelming and random. I could be rotating across Green Hill to Pleasant Park whilst emoting the gritty as Goku with my burnt peanut pet. That's one hellish combo there. But in 2017, the game was quiet. Whenever you rotated location to location, listening for that sweet chest sound, it felt very real. Now yes, this is a kid pushing 18 talking about how Fortnite is real quotation marks, but hear me out. Most of the sound back then were just standard and traditional noises like birds whistling or the wind blowing or the grass swaying. It created a calm yet somewhat unsettling atmosphere, and that's the main reason why if you play solos and randomly get into an encounter, that sudden noise and alarm is enough to probably kill an old grandpa. This is why getting a win back then was deemed nearly impossible. Because you basically had to have spider sense or some form of echolocation, or else you'd be back in the lobby in like a good second or so. Nowadays, there are just so many things and items that can help track players or locate them, which easily kind of sucks out the fun of running around mindlessly trying to find or hide from real people.
Stay away from the windows! Stay away from the windows! You're right by the windows! He's gonna see you!
I say real because, you know, bots also exist, which kind of also sucked that out as well. The reason why playing with friends changed that feeling was because there's always someone there for you, basically. There was someone constantly reminding you that you weren't alone in that situation. So even if you do get jumped, you got someone as your, like, plan B, I suppose. Talking with your friends and laughing about whatever joke it was or how Ninja collab with Drake at the time distracted you from anyone trying to get the jump on you. So it wasn't inherently scary. Solos sucks all that away and leaves you with just your thoughts when playing the game. And the game almost complements that with its saturated atmosphere and very basic surroundings, and wondering if you're gonna get jumped again by a bush camper. The pressure as well when, let's say, you're the last 10 remaining is a feeling like no other. The pressure to win. There was no skyscraper, there was no live events back then, no crazy mythic weapons to gain advantage, just basic weapons and your awareness, which is why 2017 Fortnite just can't be topped ever, and why solos back then were truly a nightmare.